in a very bad situation. And now we're hopping into the map 3 of LVX and 4S KINCAID. And once again, we're looking at those spawn shops that will be aimed here by both of these squads. But you can see for now, 4S looking to get themselves at the A side off the start. 3 players on the tanks.
A very quick attack coming through for 4S KINCAID. They do spot the players, but Light makes quick work of them yet again, and he is just unstoppable. Kurth does manage to find the trade, and JB gets those high-value frags yet again, but they are not able to do much on that A control point. I do have a little bit of a bone to pick here with 4S KINCAID. They seem to be switching altogether towards B without really splitting up their firepower, and playing no distraction whatsoever might just play against them here, Gally.
Yeah, you would need to have someone actually play the OBJ for you, as well as someone that can anchor the flanker as well. And for them at the moment, they managed to rejuvenate back, recover, and get themselves an opportunity to claim the time here at this A site. They got Damia as well as number 5 in yellow. That's gonna be Kurt actually holding down the OBJ. They paused the time and is actually doing well.
Yeah, they're doing fantastically well. They are winning in terms of those gunfights. They've got more lives to survive out there in comparison to LVX, and they've also now managed to get what a prevention. That is just a one final second victory that Query is going to remember for the rest of his life, but the Freddy ends him instantly, and that is going to be the completion onto that A control point. It's not a huge loss for LVX, who can win out a lot of those gunfights, but 10 lives in deficit might be a lot to ask for.
Yeah, you have to make sure you're perfect here. Get those 2-for-1 trades, like with the spray transfer. That's gonna get yourself an opportunity to get right back on the live count, but all of your other teammates actually all go down, and you're down to your final 5 lives. And you can see 4S, they're going for the shot, not really going for the eliminations, but also going for the OBJ as well.
I really love the fact that they flanked around from the right-hand side, playing that pressure for the spawn trap and slowing down the offensive attack, the defensive approach from the side of LVX. And in the meantime, their attackers are sneaking away the B control point. With 2 more lives left here, there's just no hope for LVX against 14 lives on the side of 4S KINCAID. A very well played round to make a solid comeback in control.
Yeah, I mean, they were hesitating at the start of the match, but when they had their record straight, hey, let's go push up that A side, claim those first 3 segments, and once we get that capture, we are sending 1 player all the way to the right side of the map and push and get those time bought and get him to delay the players' rotations. And that's gonna be them getting this round number 1. But you can see now as we switch the sides that LVX are extending way towards enemy lines, and it's gonna be QWERTY as well as number 1 in blue. That's gonna be Light that will be trying to funnel down the spawns here for 4S to the top left side of the map.
I see the strategy here as LVX tries to split apart, trying to challenge the team of 4S KINCAID on both of the control points at the same time. But as they thin down their numbers and lose out the gunfights, they are at the overall disadvantage. That A control point can be cleared off as well, but the players of 4S KINCAID make a severe mistake of not focusing on that. Player number 3, Damia, circles around. Can he win that gunfight? Does that and clears off the marker. Big work from Damia. 4S KINCAID remain the positive one in the second round.
Yeah, better defensive setup for them right here now, as they do have the top fire in control. They have the power positions to look over to the players that are holding down that B flag for LVX. And they're not going to invest their operators here just yet. They're waiting for the perfect time to actually eliminate these players in those off angles. And now that they have some players actually covering all of the flank sides, this is even going to pressure LVX more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And LVX is just now scrambling around the battlefield, trying to figure out exactly how they can take this attack. They've already gone in for the split. It didn't work. Now they focus 4 men towards that A control point and are only sending in 1 objective player. First segment has been secured. The clock has been paused. In the meantime, LVX is overextending, and they believe they can win out those gunfights.
And they're trying to use the Purifier here. This is their heave of contest. If they get this successfully done, they should be able to flip over that live department to their favor. They're doing some time towards the A side, but GB here wins that gunfights on the joke, and that right there just sealed the spawns for the side of LVX down to their last 5 lives.
Extra time indeed on the board for LVX, but the lack of lives might just do them in. They need to win out every single gunfight. In fact, each player needs to be able to down at least 2 if he wants to survive this. But on the corner, Joke manages to catch one. QWERTY drops Taipei. Flacco spotting out those players as well. It is a 6-4 4, and no more respawns for LVX is just going to put them in an absolute bind. They cannot spawn away from the other corner of the map as Yams does find Jibby. There are no more respawns as well for the side of 4S KINCAID.
But this play from Yams actually on a tight corner and off angle here as well. If you can slide through and actually go in for a flank, it's going to be able to read on 2 players here. You can see them stack onto the right side of the map. They're trying to get this contest. Jibby left all alone. Has to wait for his teammate in Evan to back him up. And there we go. Yams connects. Flacco downs as well. And Joke, another 1v4.
Joke with the claw, but GB with the once again valuable elimination on the battlefield brings the round to an end. 4S KINCAID, we wanted them to fight for their honor. They have shown us a lot to appreciate within the series, and for a beautiful finisher at the very end, perhaps at control. But not all is over just yet. LVX still can't fight this back, but Evan says hell to the no. Brings out the Sparrow, hits the triple. Damia with a single. Evan continuing to steamroll them with the operator.
Yeah, 6 go down right off the start here for LVX. That's not what you want if you're going in for a comeback. This is just it for 4S KINCAID. This is what they can do, and they have tapped their potential.
They still do have 2 more operators to work around with, and they're not going to waste that anytime soon, only when push comes to shove. In the meantime, LVX, they are losing that A control point with a single defender in the name of light. Trying to make quick work of them, and then CBR4 with the crazy beams, but Damia sorts him out. 2 more defenders step up to the plate. Can Damia take this one as well? There is the defense coming through from Query, shut down by Damia with great big kills. Joke finally sorts it out, but Typee and Kurt are there for the defense, and this is a fantastic fight right back from LVX, a last-ditch effort to protect it, and Flacco wins out a great big gunfight. But is that enough as 2 more attacking players from 4S KINCAID drop by to finish?
And you can see the capture now already done here by 4S KINCAID. Now the exit kills. This exit kills. You really have to stay alive here, or you're going to be sent back on towards the spawn and forced to a reset. Joke finds one here at the right side of the lanes and is looking to extend over the trucks to actually get his teammates some setup in some way to get this flank covered.
Beautiful flank from LVX, trying to play the aggressive maneuver against 4S KINCAID. Perhaps a couple of backsteps can give them the upper hand. Play number 3, Damia, big kill coming on through for 4S KINCAID, and a couple of lives in terms of difference. LVX needs to play the defense a little bit more tighter, perhaps just a little bit like 4S KINCAID did earlier on at that observation room. They didn't really step on out. They were just waiting for that opportune moment for that attack to be sprung. But LVX is playing a totally different strategy all around the map. They're hunting for heads, but it's their heads getting chopped.
Yeah, they're looking to end this one here. You can see 3 operators are going to be invested by 4S KINCAID. They're thinking that this is the best time to actually eliminate LVX and finally take home a map win here to start Garena Masters 5. 1 more player to deal with, and it's all down to Flacco.
Wow.
He gets annihilated by the Annihilator, and that's going to be a 3-0 victory. A very dominant one, AJ.
It is a fantastic fight back from 4S KINCAID.